Welcome to my channel, everyone. Fixing with Passion 2006 GMC Envoy 4.2, and we have a VVT code that has come on the dash with a check engine light. So there's the check engine light, and there is our code P0014, exhaust camshaft position system performance. Yeah, so see this a lot on Trailblazer sometimes, and usually the fix is just to change out the VVT, and that's what we're going to do. Now, some guys change it out, they show you how to do it, and they never come back and tell you if it fixed the problem. So what I'm going to do is we're going to install this, and we're going to see if it fixes the problem. Then I'm going to come back here a little bit later in the video and let you know if this check engine light stays off for this particular code. Now, this code will come on after about 80 to 100 miles, eventually it comes back on. So that is that. Now what I've done here to save a little time, because there's not a lot of content here in this video, maybe someone wants to see how I did this and if this will actually fix your problem. In order to get to this, it's right to there. Get a little bolt you got to take off and it comes out. But the problem is, well, we got a power steering pump here in the way. We got to take off 3 of these bolts here, and you get through those through this these holes here. You pop the belt off, and you just kind of push this out of the way. Pretty easy to do, but before you do that, it's really easier just to take off all your stuff there, your windshield washer fluid and your intake plastic stuff. Just kind of get that out of the way, and you can put your ratchet right here on this guy here and kind of pull this up and take the belt off. And I just leave that on there and kind of let it rest there on that line. Not a lot of pressure there. You can pull this right out. I tried to leave one bolt in this thing. I still had to take it out to get it clear out of the way. And here it is. Now, yeah, if you look closely, what do you see? Yeah, I see some sparklies, a lot of trash there. So it looks like I don't know how well this camera is picking this up. It looks like it's picking it up okay from my end, but you can see, look at all this trash in here. On that one there. And we got trash in there. So it kind of makes me wonder how much trash is inside the engine, but the oil's clean and I haven't had any other issues. But this thing's probably got 230,000 miles on. This is the original one, but you can see if I spin this all the way around, you can see it's got crap in there. So we're going to replace this. We're going to just see if this takes care of it there, and if it does, well, I'm good. So it looks like it's been around the block a little bit. Even got stains up here, look at that. So a lot of stains. So I'm waiting on the mail. It should be here in a little bit. We'll install it and drive it for a while, and we'll come back later in the video and see if that takes care of it. Now, I did put my finger in here and I wanted to see. I didn't see any, I don't feel anything in there, any trash, you know, coming out. So it's good that those screens catch all that, and the grooves feel good in there, the holes. And I even checked this here. These look good. When I pulled it out, it was nice and smooth. So I don't think we got any problems there. So I think this thing's just probably bad. All right, so let's wait till the mail gets here and put our new one in, and let's see if it fixes it. All right, as I like to say, it's out with the old and in with the better. Well, someone coined the other term I used to say all the time. I won't say who. But anyway, there it is. This one here, the newer design, well, aftermarket one anyway, it's got a lot more ports here. Look at that, it's wide open all the way around. This one here didn't have that many ports in it. I mean, it had a couple, and it was blocked on that side and that side. Then you had a couple screens there, but man, this flow in this one looks so much better. So anyway, we're going to stick this in here. Should be pretty easy to do, and we'll just kind of hold the camera here and we'll stick this in. Gently. I'll get it about halfway in. Shake it. Feels good and tight. No tolerance issues there. Same there. And shake it some more. Feels tight. And there we're in like Flynn. Alright, so all we gotta do is put our little nut back in and all that. So there we go. Yeah, I know it's called a VVT solenoid, but sometimes I say sensors. Sensors and solenoids are two different things, I know. So, alright, so let's put the bolt in. Put everything back together here. I won't bore you with the other stuff here, and start it up, clear the codes, and take it for a ride. Hey, let me know where you're watching from right now. Alright, kiddos, she's all back together. So, Wasn't too bad. Go ahead and start her up. Well, we won't start it just yet. We're going to clear the codes off of the OBD2 code reader for now. So let's get those cleared off. Alright, so let's clear all the codes. And we had a couple more. I just want to see what we had. Just minor stuff I'm working on. Camshaft, there's the other camshaft code. Low efficiency, P0014. And that there was a other problem I'll have to deal with later. But other than that, mainly the camshaft code was the big one I wanted to get off there. So let's go ahead and clear everything. Maybe I'll do videos on the other ones. If you want to see it, let me know in the comments section. Alright, so everything was erased. Take the key out, start her up. See how it idles. Alright, sounds pretty good. We'll go out there and check it for leaks. She always runs just a little rough when you start it in the mornings. If it smooths out, it's okay. So I'll be back here probably a couple 100 miles to let you know if that code came back and all that. Alright everyone, we're back. The big question is, did replacing this old solenoid with a new one fix the problem? Yes, it fixed it. This thing has been driven over 240 miles or so. The light has not come back on for this, so that did take care of the issue. And to show you, on the code reader, you can see the last time it was the codes were cleared was 223 miles ago. But actually I've added 15 onto that. If you look up there, it says 246. So it's been quite, it's been almost 250 miles. So the light has not come back on. That light would have come back on for this solenoid. At about 80 to 90 miles it would have come on. So that did take care of the problem. Now I do have some other problems, minor issues here. And you can see some of the other codes I have. I had some things unhooked. I have a fan speed issue out there. I think one of the wires are either broken or that fan speed is just bad. Transmission component slipping. That's I know what's wrong with that. I want to pull the transmission out and fix it one of these days if I decide to. But it doesn't slip. It drives fine to me. And system 2 lean, well, that's because I didn't have the intake hose clamped tightened down all the way, so I'll clear that code. But other than that, that's all we have for codes, even the pending codes here. We've got that slipping transmission one. That's really about all we have here. So I'm glad that took care of it. So if you're going to change, if you get this code for that, and if you're going to change this out, go for it, because I don't think it'll hurt anything. And this is probably the original one, but it did take care of my problem, and that's what I promised to do, to come back and let you guys know if it did or not, because a lot of YouTubers post videos and they don't come back and tell you if it actually fixed the problem. I just fixed something that's broken, but might have not been the problem that was causing the issue. Might have been something else. But anyway, there you go for that. And before we wrap the video up, give you an idea of the short-term and long-term fuel trims. And look at that. Short-term sometimes goes down to 0. That's almost perfect. Long-term, anywhere from 9.4. I've seen it go down as low as 5. But yeah, that's what you want to see there. Everything's looking good. So we'll clear all the other codes off here, and we'll start doing some more work to it. When you buy used cars at car lots like this, you're just buying other people's problems. Nobody puts money into vehicles, as it seems like. So, there's been a lot of things I've had to put into this vehicle. But it's going to be a good running vehicle, and I'm going to, I'll know what I'll have. So if I want to take a trip somewhere, it'll be peace of mind. I'll know what I've done to it if I actually have any problems on the highway or anything. So anyway, that's it, guys, for now for the video. Until then, for my next video, I'll see you later.